Him and his cohorts are all held to account publicly and legally. The victims, they're not safe. People like Patti LaBelle say, just avoid him, honey. And being taught to be just avoid him, honey. It's not good enough.
I had some opportunity to really come back in the music business with the best. With the best. When they came to me, we sat there together and I was like, I had to say, I can't.
I literally had handcuffs put on me.
Yeah, wait, that morning.
While we were at the front desk showing the attendant.
Mark Wahlberg warned Jaguar Wright, and it looks like his words are coming true. After Jaguar went on live air and called Jay-Z worse than Diddy, things have taken a wild turn.
He's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met.
And before this, she was arrested once as well. But it turns out Wahlberg already knew that exposing Jay-Z could lead to serious trouble, saying Jay's on another level of shady, worse than Diddy.
You know, God didn't come to save the saints, he came to save the sinners. We've all had things and issues in our lives, and we want to be better versions of ourselves.
So are the big industry players finally silencing Jaguar for good? And how did Mark know this already? Let's find out. In recent months, Jaguar Wright has been making headlines with her shocking claims about several of her celebrity peers. She's taken aim at the likes of Diddy, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Justin Bieber, and more. She even recently alleged that she once saw a S-tape of Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. While these claims are unconfirmed, they have certainly caught the attention of social media users.
Who allegedly would have said anything to keep Tory Lanez from telling people that she ain't all woman.
But a few days ago, Jaguar Wright didn't hold back at all when she blasted Diddy and Jay-Z, calling them both monsters, and claiming she's been trying to expose them for years. And it seems like now that Diddy's facing some major heat, his recent arrest and federal indictment, people are finally starting to listen to what she's been saying all along. She went off about how she's been screaming for 4 years about their shady dealings, but no one cared until the cuffs came out for Diddy. It's like suddenly everyone's ears opened up, right?
I can't wait. I can't wait for everybody to find out what's really been going on in the background.
But it didn't stop there. She turned her attention to Jay-Z, and let's just say she had some choice words for him too. Jaguar called out the Roc Nation mogul for staying silent during the whole Diddy scandal. She feels like Jay-Z's trying to keep a low profile and dodge any accountability, even though, according to her, he's deeply connected to all the drama. Like, how can someone that powerful just ignore what's going on around him? She's a smaller fry in the industry, but that just makes her an easier target. It's not like this is her first run-in with drama or even the law. Jaguar's always been a bit of a wild card, unafraid to go after the big dogs, even if it puts her in a risky spot. But she's not the only one brave enough to take shots at her peers. There's another big name who's not exactly shy about calling people out: Mark Wahlberg. Now, when you think of Mark Wahlberg, you probably picture the action star or the guy from Entourage, but let's not forget, Marky Mark first tried to break into the industry as a rapper. Yeah, that Mark Wahlberg. Back in the day, he had his sights set on making it big in the rap game. But according to some juicy rumors, he had to abandon that dream. And the reason? Allegedly, it was because of one person, none other than Diddy.
I had some opportunity to really come back in the music business with the best. With the best. When they came to me, we sat there together and I was like, I had to say, I can't.
Yep, apparently Diddy's influence back then was enough to make Marky Mark rethink his whole career path. Imagine that. A young Wahlberg trying to make it in the music biz, but Diddy, with all his connections and power, might have been the one who shut him down. Of course, Mark went on to become a Hollywood A-lister, so it's not like he's crying over it now. But the fact that Diddy might have been behind his rap dreams going up in smoke is some next-level gossip. So, as we all know, Diddy's probably the most talked about celeb right now, especially with all those wild allegations against him. He's pretty much seen as a disgraced mogul these days, kind of like his old pal R. Kelly. The more dirt that comes out about Diddy, the more it seems like other celebs are getting dragged into the mess too. Whether the rumors are true or not, it's definitely bad for their image. Jaguar Wright has been leading the charge calling Diddy out, and everything she's said so far has turned out to be true, which has only boosted her credibility. You can bet these celebs don't want that heat, and that's probably why the arrest happened.
You told us. You told us.
Boost to that girl.
Sources are saying she was arrested for something else, but a lot of people think that's just a cover-up. The real reason folks believe she got locked up is because the higher-ups don't want her spilling any more tea. According to a post by the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram, she was booked in Dallas earlier today. Legal documents from the outlet reveal that she's facing charges for theft of property valued between $30,000 and $150,000, which is a third-degree felony in Texas.
They said you're guilty because of the...
The next day, because I was coming back with a imaginary custody interview that he never did.
Right now, there aren't many details about Wright's arrest, but there are rumors swirling that she was taken into custody for allegedly not returning a U-Haul truck. Social media is buzzing with theories, and X is filled with calls for authorities to free her, along with some wild rumors about who might be behind this whole situation. These claims are unconfirmed, but will probably keep circulating until fans get more info. This isn't the first time Wright has had a run-in with the law, though. Back in January of last year, she was arrested after an alleged domestic dispute with her husband. He even shared footage of the arrest online, along with some details about what went down. He accused her of confronting him at a barbershop with an ex-cult member named Solar and tossing some of her son's ashes out of a car. Now, with her recent arrests, people online are speculating that she might be getting pushed around by Hollywood elites because she's been pretty vocal about all the shady stuff happening in the industry. One person wrote, "They are just trying to silence her. She knows all, and they don't want her to keep spilling all their business." Some people also believe that her recent arrests are just another way by the elites to silence her, and now she is being accused of having mental issues.
Legina! Gina! Come into the sauna with me.
But Mark already saw it coming because he himself has remained the victim, and he knows the outcomings when you try to talk about the inner workings of the industry. And speaking of drama, Mark Wahlberg also has some juicy stuff to spill about Diddy. Rumor has it that Marky Mark actually quit the rap game because of Diddy. The official story is that Wahlberg wanted to be a rapper, but ended up in acting because he needed to make ends meet when his music career wasn't taking off. But the unofficial story? Way more interesting. Apparently, Wahlberg bounced from the music scene after seeing some wild stuff at Diddy's house and in studios all over the country. According to some insider sources, the crazy excesses and chaotic scenes he witnessed really freaked him out and made him decide to ditch music for movies instead.
Nobody had really done the balancing act of really still making music at a high level and making movies.
Mark and Diddy crossed paths back in 2013 when they teamed up to launch a high-performance alkaline water brand. The business started off strong and was doing pretty well in the market. But word on the street is that their first meeting actually happened when Marky Mark was trying to breathe new life into his music career after leaving East West Records. He was looking for a fresh start, hoping that Bad Boy Records could be the solution. As for why Mark didn't end up signing with Bad Boy, that's where things get a bit speculative. One rumor suggests that Diddy allegedly made a pretty unusual request, like asking for something wild like an OS. Well, it may sound totally out there, but if Jaguar Wright's words mean anything, it might not be so far-fetched after all. A few years ago, Jaguar claimed that Diddy had a habit of sleeping with new male artists who came to him for financial help. She even shared a story about a female lawyer who worked for Bad Boy Records, but ended up quitting after she accidentally walked in on Diddy receiving OS from singer and actor Christopher Williams.
And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff.
And now, when Jaguar again is all vocal about Jay-Z, Mark seems to be warning her, because messing with Jay-Z can even lead you to death. She is claiming that there's one common link between some other pretty notorious figures like Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and R. Kelly. And that is Jay-Z. Yep, she went there, suggesting that the music mogul's connections run a lot deeper and darker than most people realize.
Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years.
Now, if you've been keeping up with the gossip and controversies surrounding these guys, this isn't exactly surprising. Jay-Z has always had that murky aura around them. Huge success, sure, but always a little something shady lingering in the background. And Jaguar? Well, she's never been shy about stirring the pot. Whether or not people believe her, she's certainly getting a lot more attention now that Diddy's legal issues are making headlines, and she is all here connecting it with Jay-Z.
He's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
She alleged that Jay-Z betrayed Diddy by turning his daughter against him and revealed past indiscretions. Wright also criticized Diddy for his treatment of his wife and questioned Beyoncé's maternal claims. She even claimed to have seen Jay-Z and Kanye West having S with other men and hinted at interviewing Diddy's former protege, D. Haven. She has covered various allegations of infidelity, D-use, and S misconduct involving R. Kelly, Rick Ross, Usher, Ray J, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Madonna, J-Lo, and Diddy. Not only that, she also accused several men, including 50 Cent, Will Smith, and Stevie J, of being gay and criticized black women for chasing after them. Initially, people found her claims odd, even unbelievable. But as time went on and they observed, they began to see the truth in what she said. They watched as others got dragged into it, and suddenly her words seemed to make sense to them. One person wrote, "I'm so tired of people trying to discredit Jaguar. Literally everything she has said has happened and is unfolding right before our eyes. We deserve to know who the predators are, no matter their celebrity status. Karma is a b-." Another one added, "I just love this woman. I am a white woman who is 60 from BC, Canada, living remotely on a mountain at the edge of the wilderness. I don't like people either, but it is incredibly refreshing to hear truth for a change. Come visit and try some BC Bud." In her latest rant, she claimed that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy when it comes to mistreating artists and women. According to Wright, Jay-Z is a master manipulator who uses his power and influence to control people's careers and personal lives. She said that he has cheated on Beyoncé with multiple women, including Rihanna, Foxy Brown, and Rosario Dawson. She also said that he has blackballed artists who refused to work with him or who spoke out against him, such as Beanie Siegel, Freeway, and Emil.
Now, why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
And Jaguar's perspective on Aaliyah's tragic passing adds even more intrigue to the ongoing conversation. She claims that at the time of Aaliyah's untimely death, Beyoncé's solo career was struggling, and she needed a big moment to boost her to superstardom. According to Jaguar, Aaliyah's unfortunate demise ended up providing that much-needed lift, which ultimately helped Beyoncé earn her title as the Queen of Many Hearts.
By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling?
As Aaliyah's memory starts to fade, it raises a pressing question. How long are we going to let the same people benefit from these recurring tragedies? Some folks argue that accountability for any potential wrongdoing is way overdue. Even fans are backing Jaguar for her bold stance in defending their beloved songstress, suggesting it's time for justice to be served in Aaliyah's name. But that's not the end of the allegations surrounding the couple. Foxy Brown, whose real name is Inga Marchand, has revealed that her rise to rap stardom came at a cost, and it all happened when she was really young. Rumors are swirling that she claims Jay-Z, who was 27 years old, took her virginity when she was just 15 years old. According to the story, Hova, who's rumored to have a horse-like you-know-what, allegedly funded her shopping trips and treated her to pampering at hair and nail salons while she was still in high school, all to get into bed with her.
In the beginning, we'd jump in the van, we'd go to Maryland, we'd go anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
There are also additional claims going around that suggest Jay-Z may have a preference for relationships with transgender individuals. According to these assertions, Foxy Brown revealed that she found out about this after someone from that community started reaching out and harassing her following her alleged involvement with Jay-Z. This situation was reportedly complicated by an alleged health concern, adding another layer of drama to the whole scenario.
I think about what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think about what I'm gonna do.
There are also some wild claims coming out of Foxy Brown suggesting that Jay-Z's personal life isn't exactly conventional. Apparently, there's talk that a certain session between Jay-Z and Foxy was recorded on video, and let's just say it wasn't exactly a private affair. The crazy twist? Allegedly, Jamie Foxx was involved too.
This was allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right, I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce.
On top of all those jaw-dropping claims, Foxy Brown apparently dropped hints about another intriguing side of Jay-Z's life. She allegedly suggested that there might be a deeper connection between Jay-Z and NBA player Larry Johnson, implying their relationship could have been more than just a casual friendship. The fact that Jay-Z once shared an apartment with Johnson, who also had ties to Rocawear, definitely gives some weight to her insinuations. She said, "The atrociousness of this story sickened me to my stomach. any and everyone involved will be contacted by my attorney. In all my years in the music industry, these are the most disgusting and disrespectful allegations I've ever experienced. This fictitious story, with no audio, visual, or written interview, clearly, Foxy allegedly claimed that Beyoncé also contracted an infection from Jay-Z, which, if true, would be seriously distressing. These allegations paint Foxy as a victim on multiple fronts. She reportedly dealt with not just the infection, but also a traumatic experience from her childhood. The mention of R. Kelly, who faced accusations of CMN in connection with Jay-Z, really highlights how serious this situation is. If any of this holds water, it suggests that Jay-Z might have allegedly started grooming Foxy at a young age.
This is normal behavior in the black culture. You remember, don't make me bring up Belly. DMX getting his dick stuck in the car. What no black people mad at that scene?
But all these incidents were revealed after a very long period of time. Maybe he was afraid of his status and image, but Diddy, on the other hand, is more upfront about his intentions and actions. Jaguar claimed that Diddy does not hide his greed or his S, and that he does not pretend to be a loyal husband or a good father. She said that Diddy is a savage who does not care about anyone but himself, but that he is honest about it.
He was like, it's power, see? I can make a man, he said, if I can make a man suck my, I can make people do anything for money.
But the recent arrest of Diddy gave rise to more controversies. Medrano, the prosecutor, hinted that Diddy might not have been the only big name involved. It's likely Combs wasn't the only famous face in the room.
I have no doubt that perhaps there are some other high-level celebrities, high-profile individuals who attended these parties, participated in them.
So everyone knew what Diddy's parties were really about, and it definitely didn't make Beyoncé or Jay-Z look good. The rumors were flying, and people were side-eyeing both of them. The gossip mill went wild, making it sound like Bey was deep in all the drama at one of Diddy's infamous parties. But there is more to it because, shockingly, he is also accused of M as well, which is definitely way more worse than what Diddy did. It's wild how there's barely any info out there about Jay-Z's alleged mistress, Kathy White, who supposedly died under mysterious circumstances back in 2011. But now, journalist Liz Crone has blown up social media, claiming she had a conversation with Kathy right before her death. Liz is dropping hints that Jay-Z's time might be running out. To make things even crazier, old blog posts are popping up with eyewitness accounts saying they saw Kathy with both Jay-Z and Diddy. With all the drama surrounding Diddy right now, fans are starting to wonder if Jay-Z could be the next one caught up in the mess.
You want to know what makes Diddy being publicly shamed like this so left?
What's that?
According to the article, Kathy Curiana White, who was known as a fitness and beauty expert, was discovered dead in her Manhattan apartment on September 2nd. She had graduated from Howard University and had contributed to various online publications. Plus, she was the big boss as the CEO of her own public relations firm called White Label PR.
This is trending on ET Now. The amateur rapper has been the center of many tabloids, claiming she is to blame for J&B's rumor falling out.
Now, the report said the cause of her death was an aneurysm. That's pretty tragic, especially for someone so young and successful. However, seemingly Kathy had some drama with the blogs the year before her passing. Hollywood Street King, one of the OG celeb gossip bloggers, spilled the tea claiming that she was Jay-Z's side piece. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Rumors started swirling after Kathy and model Claudia Jordan were supposedly seen at a Las Vegas nightclub, chilling at a table with Jay-Z and Diddy. And that's not all. Jay apparently took Kathy gambling at the Bellagio casino, and he was pretty insistent on Kathy's friends hovering around them while they were at the table, just to keep up appearances. Seems like Jay was going to great lengths to keep their outings under wraps. So if you're wondering where Queen Bey was in September 2009, it turns out she was overseas on her I Am World Tour. Talk about timing! The Floyd Mayweather fight, where Jay-Z supposedly kicked it with Kathy in Vegas, happened on September 19th, 2009. And on that exact day, Beyoncé was busy rocking the stage in Sydney, Australia. So, back when a few outlets reported on Kathy White's death, it barely made a blip on most people's radars. But now, fast forward to the present day, there's this woman who's claiming she interviewed Kathy shortly before her untimely demise. And now she's out here publicly threatening to expose Jay-Z. Back in July 2017, journalist Liz Corkin tweeted, "When Kanye West says Jay-Z has I believe he's talking about the people who Kathy White. So Corkin was talking about Kanye's infamous onstage rant against Beyonce and Jay-Z. You know, the one where he accused them of using blackmail to snag awards and hinted that Jay-Z might try to silence him for speaking out.
Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them out my head. Just call me. Talk to me like a man.
So in March, Liz Corkin decided to revisit her tweet about Kanye and wrote, "Note the date. Hey Jay-Z, I was the reporter who talked to your alleged mistress right before she died was I know everything. I know what you did. Go F yourself. Your time is coming. Maybe you and Diddy can share a prison cell together. Justice is coming." While some folks are brushing off Liz as just another conspiracy theorist, others are raising some serious eyebrows. The fact that Diddy was allegedly chilling with Jay-Z and Kathy is already sending off some major alarm bells. Now, Jaguar's been calling out Jay-Z for some time now, claiming he's involved in some shady stuff. She's doing it because she wants to protect younger artists and fans from being tricked and taken advantage of by these so-called predators. And there are artists who failed to escape from Jay-Z. According to her, he was involved in of Big L, a popular New York rapper who was Jay-Z's chief rival in music. She also claims that Big L's death was some sort of Illuminati sacrifice, which Jay-Z, Beyonce, and her mother were involved in.
Sean Carter, I believe everything that Big L ever told me. He never lied to me. Lamont never lied to me. And the last time I was with him, he told me that you was going to try to
She didn't stop there. She also claims that even Jay-Z's wife, Beyonce, isn't safe and is essentially living like a prisoner in her own home, afraid of him. Wright is also afraid for her own family after making these accusations. And despite pressure from Jay-Z's lawyers, she never signed the cease and desist letter they sent her.
And the more drugs he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in the character.
No, girl. Not my beautiful Beyonce.
For now, Jay-Z's staying quiet, which in itself says a lot. How long will that silence last? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, Jaguar Wright seems more than ready to keep the pressure on. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.